All right, here, volume of a sphere. The volume of the sphere is the formula volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed this time. And so, yeah, we have to deal with a fraction in there. That's okay. Our calculator is going to handle it for us. But now notice here, instead of r squared, it's r cubed. And again, the idea here, this comes from kind of taking an area and multiplying by another area in a way as we kind of move this thing and rotate a circle around to form a sphere, okay? That's not important for us. We just need to understand this is 4/3 pi r cubed. And, you know, the r cubed should make sense to us based on units, because remember, we talk about volume, it's cubic units. It's centimeters cubed, it's meters cubed, it's inches cubed, okay? And so for this one, we're going to find the surface area and volume. We're just going to find the volume this time. All right, so volume of the sphere. The volume of the sphere is given by volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. And again, that formula comes from dealing with area and circumference and rotating things. But the important thing here that hopefully helps you remember this is that r cubed this time instead of r squared. Remember, when we talk about volume, the units are cubic units, like cubic centimeters or cubic meters or cubic feet, all right? And so that comes from cubing or raising to the third power that r value, that radius, okay? So the volume is 4/3 pi r cubed this time, so make sure you raise to the third power. And so for something like this guy, if we want to find the volume, for this one, the volume, once again, is 4/3 pi r cubed. And again, I'm going to use 3.14. You can use the pi button. That is fine. But now the radius, this one, is at 4. So I see the 4. It goes from the center to the sphere itself. That's the radius. But I got to make sure that I raise that to the third power, or do 4 times itself 3 times. 4 times 4 times 4. Okay? So on my calculator, I'm going to do the 4/3 times 3.14 times the 4 to the third power. Okay, and that gives me approximately 267.95 when I round it off. Okay, and once again, if you use the pi button, you'll get something slightly different, but there's my units, centimeters cubed. Okay, and that comes from cubing the radius. All right, so make sure you do the 4/3 pi r cubed. If I look at this one, same kind of thing. I'm going to do the volume is 4/3 pi r cubed this time. And so the radius, let me actually just write the formula. And so the radius on this one, once again, they gave me the diameter this time. So the diameter is the whole way across, so the radius is halfway across. That's going to be a 5. So 5 cubed. And once again, this is a job for my calculator. Once again, let me punch it in. So 4/3, again, I'm going to use the 3.14 instead of the pi button. And times the 5 to the third power. And it looks like the volume gives me 523.33. And that's going to be cubic meters this time, okay? And so there's that cubic measurement, cubic meters, because I cubed the radius, okay? And then this one, once again, it's volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. I'm going to use that 3.14 again. This time the radius, once again, that is the radius. Please don't get worried about this thing going off at a diagonal, because this thing is perfectly round in every direction. It's a perfect circle no matter which way I slice it. All right. When I look at the sphere, if I go from the center to any point on the sphere, even measuring diagonally, that's going to give me a radius. Okay. So that's 5 to the third power. And so once again, I plug this into my calculator. And again, this is a repeat performance. This is the same value I got in the last example because it's the same radius. The units are different this time. Now it's cubic inches, okay? But again, it's 4/3 pi r cubed. All right, make sure you do that r value to the third power when we're talking about volume, okay?